The Dubai Golden Shaheen, sponsored by Nakheel, a Group 1 race, and the field headed by Bold Journey. Colour up Don Frankie, Freedom Fighter, one of the outsiders, Hopkins for America, Ignited for Japan, Kiai Dori, Leading Spirit, Muhib, Nakatomi, Remake, another for Japan, Run Classic, Sibelius, the defending champion, to give Japan another winner on the night, and Tuz for Bhupat Seema. Martin, want to have a closer look at a horse that caught your eye in the paddock. That's Run Classic here, Florent Giroux in the saddle.
I have to say, Reece, he did take my eye. He is a monster. I mean, he's taken the sheepskins off now. That's interesting. He was walking around the paddock with big fluffy sheepskins on, but what a fine looking, imposing horse this is. And he's very unexposed, actually. He's only ran 6 times. He was a really good winner at Gulfstream in February. He won easily. I just look at him. Physically, he's the horse you take out on looks. He looks fantastic, Angus, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. And he's joined a new yard, hasn't he? So he might have turned around for the new trainer. Jose Angelo just had him for that one run on his latest start, and it was a winning one. He's never run in a Grade 1 contest, but he looks like he's definitely worth a go. 6 furlongs, I think, will definitely suit him, and there's more to come from him. He's open to a fair bit of improvement. He's got stall 10 to contend with.
Let's deal with Sibelius. Are we talking about a horse that can repeat a success in the Dubai Golden Shaheen? I think he'd become only the 3rd horse to do that.
He could do, because, you know, he won the Pelican at Tampa Bay, which was the route that he took last year, and now he's back. Although, what you've got to say, when you look at the race last year, he really got the splits and the run of it when he needed it. He was in stall 1, Ryan Moore was on board, and he rode the rail, and then he snuck through up the inside. He was lucky to get a gap, really. Switzerland in behind's a little bit unlucky and might have won with a better run through the race. But there he is in those yellow colours, getting a lovely split under Ryan Moore up against the rail, and he runs on strongly to land this. It's given him a rating of 115. He's got stall 6 today. That's no problem for him, I don't think. That'll be all right. And he just held on for Switzerland, who was a bit unlucky. I think he's got a chance without having an outstanding chance here.
Like him?
You couldn't rule him out, and he's got a nice draw again, and he's been prepped well for this race. Ryan Moore in the saddle, we've just seen. I mean, he had all the luck in the world. He got to see him. They say you make your own luck, but can he do it again? And he was probably the second was unlucky last year as well. Probably unlucky not to win, but this is a really open race.
All right, what wins it, Angus?
I don't know. I think it's very, very tight. I was wondering whether Tuz could bounce back. He was really impressive when he won here a couple of starts ago. Saudi didn't suit him. He didn't like the surface there. He might have a chance. I think he's could be the best of the locals, and I like his draw in stall 2. So I give him a bit of a shout, but it's wide open.
I think I like Nakatomi, 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, and very unlucky not to be 2nd that day. Trapped on the rail and had to switch out. He wouldn't have troubled the winner, but with a better run round than Jamie Spencer, I think he's got solid form. And 3rd to Sibelius in February, might have just needed that run after a bit of a break. So I give him a great shout. What is a very open.
Let's see if we can have a track record. So he's ending 109.01. 109.01 in 2021. See how close they get to that.
Remake has got a better chance this time around than last year. I think he's a better horse than last year. And I went round to Bhupat Seema the other day, and one horse who kept catching my eye because he just was in such good shape was Freedom Fighter. He's got plenty to find on form, but he's clearly on good terms with himself. That horse in yellow, Muhib, big chance for Michael Costa. I know he's got a wide draw, but he produced a very impressive performance. To win by 7 lengths in a sprint on dirt, finishing strongly, is an unusual thing. I think he's got plenty of class. I think they're just about all set. Here's Pat.
1200 metres, they'll fly along here away in the Golden Shaheen, and Tuz caught the start well, going up with Don Frankie. Deeper out on the course, Hopkins gets into the first few. Colour Up burns across as well, coming across with Freedom Fighter. Kiai Dori up in that first half dozen with Sibelius. Then came Igniter, a length and a half back to Bold Journey, working alongside Run Classic there in that early part of the race. Behind them, Nakatomi from Muhib, Remake, and Leading Spirit is the last one. So inside the 750 metres they go. Don Frankie puts it to Tuz. Colour Up also applying some pressure. They're flying along here, 3 deep at the moment, providing Hopkins a little bit of cover along with Freedom Fighter. Sibelius is already starting to be felt for here. Igniter the inside, then came Kiai Dori, Bold Journey, Run Classic, Remake. Nakatomi 3rd to last from Muhib and Leading Spirit. Into the lane they come in the Golden Shaheen. Shaheen. And up in front, taking over the running here now was Don Frankie. Puts up 3/4 of a length here on Tuz, who's game to fight back. They draw away now from Colour Up, Igniter. Coming from the back in the field, Leading Spirit up the running rail. But look at Tuz. Tuz in the final 200 metres has burned away from them. What a win. Tuz, for the locals, goes on to win by 5 lengths. A magnificent performance in the Golden Shaheen. Beats home Don Frankie. Nakatomi was getting home late. Potentially run third from Remake Igniter. Leading Spirit, Run Classic Muhib. Back to K.I. Dory from Bold Journey, Sibelius. And the last couple to pull up here were Hopkins along with Freedom Fighter and Colour Up, who was 3 deep for most of the way.
This is a race with a rich history for the Seamar family. Bupat won it a couple of years ago with Switzerland. His uncle won it, Satish Seamar, with Ronaldo the Wizard, one of the most famous names to race in Dubai. And Bupat has won it again with Tuz, who has defied disappointing effort last time out in Saudi. And he's come back from stall 2 under an inspired ride from Tygo Shea. And after going a really strong gallop in the early stages, he has found plenty to win this.
Yeah, what a great performance from horse and jockey, because Ty got tightened up on the turn in. This is a horse who usually likes to dominate in his races. Didn't work out for him in Saudi. Came from stall 2, had a nice position. It shows how fast they were going, because Ty normally makes the running with this fella, but he got checked on the top of the straight, but found the gap where needed. You just see here on the head-on, Angus, Ty just has to sit still momentarily as the front-running horse drops in his lap a little bit, and then once he gathers him up, gets his momentum going. It's a great performance, I have to say.
Superb. He put in a freakish display when he won here earlier in the year. He won by 8.5 lengths from a wide draw, and he absolutely blitzed them that day, and he's put up another freakish performance here today. And I think what Tygo Shea did really well was to sit just off